A woman working for DoorDash went viral on TikTok after posting a video where she was clearly trying to get sympathy and clout by shaming a man that she accused of indecent exposure during a food delivery. So I held off on covering this because I wanted to see if more details would come out. See if we could get the truth. Because I had a feeling things didn't go exactly the way she said. And as it turns out, I was right. So here's what she claimed. She went to drop off the food, and when she got there, the man's door was wide open, and inside on his couch, he was laying there nude. And this apparently was his plan all along, to expose himself to her once she dropped off the food. Now, let me walk you through the actual information that we have now about the story, and then we'll compare that to what she was saying, or to what she claimed happened. DoorDash driver Livy Rose Henderson arrested for posting a video of customer with his pants down. So this is the woman here. The controversy surrounding the SA claim leveled against the company DoorDash has taken a dramatic turn after the man at the forefront of the viral outrage was arrested on charges of a felony offense. According to the authorities, the woman's story did not align with the evidence. While what began as a call for justice by her, she went to TikTok calling for justice, claiming to be literally an oppressed victim in the entire scenario. But it has escalated to a criminal case. Internet users are still grappling to understand the twist in the story. So the controversy began when a TikTok user named IRL Monster High Doll, okay, weird, posted a clip on the platform TikTok on October 12th, stating that she was the victim of SA while she was delivering food. She then claimed that her account was deactivated by DoorDash, the company, without any reason, as if the company was penalizing her within just 2 days. She also reported the incident to the police, but felt that her complaint was not being taken seriously. The emotional clip went viral in no time. It did. It was very viral. I would be surprised if you haven't heard about this by now. And so it went viral in no time as people rallied around her in support, and they absolutely did, calling for accountability from the company DoorDash. While the clip went viral, so did calls for an investigation into the incident to confirm whether it was real. Also true. According to the police account, the suspect, a 23-year-old woman named Livy Rose Henderson, visited a customer's address on October 12th to deliver food in a contactless drop-off manner. However, she proceeded to open the closed entrance door and went inside. She found the customer asleep on the couch, wearing his trousers down. She recorded the incident, but later posted the blurred footage of the act on TikTok, claiming she was assaulted. However, footage from the Ring camera revealed that the customer did not invite her inside. The detectives later determined he was not intentionally exposing himself, nor was there any evidence of sexual assault. On November 10th, she was arrested for charges related to 2 Class E felonies, unlawful surveillance, as well as the dissemination of unlawful surveillance images. Each of the charges has a potential penalty of up to 4 years in prison. The police say she illegally entered the dwelling where she recorded a private individual in a vulnerable state. The company has confirmed that the woman's account was deactivated for breaking safety protocols. The company also banned the customer, as the police indicated the client would not be charged. So I know that initially they did ban the customer, but I think they'll probably let him back on. But, I mean, because, if he's the victim here, why would you ban him? Doesn't make much sense. All right, so here is the video that she posted to social media. There's the guy.
That's fucked up. 3 days ago, October 12th, 2025, I was a victim of SA by a DoorDash customer while I was doing my job as a DoorDash driver. Excuse me if you've already seen this. This is my third time posting this because TikTok keeps silencing me and taking my videos down and giving me strikes. So if I get one more strike, you guys, I'm just letting you know right now my account is going to be banned. So I'm going to try to word this as
Wonder
chill
why
as possible to avoid getting this video striked. So on October 12th, 2025, the DoorDash customer requested that their order be left at their front door. When I arrived at their front door was wide open. Their lights were on, and they were sleeping on the couch within eyesight of the front door with their pants and underwear pulled down to their ankles, and they were indecently exposed to me. I got this on video, and I'm not even going to be posting the video clip anymore because I'm pretty sure that's what's getting me the strikes.
Correct. You can't do that.
I reported it to DoorDash, and DoorDash did ban the customer, and then 2 days later, DoorDash banned me, which doesn't seem unrelated. I appealed, and they were supposed to respond to my appeal within 7 to 10 business days. They didn't even provide me a reason for my deactivation. They're supposed to send an email. They didn't. So I contacted support, and they told me to continue with my appeal without knowing a reason why. There's an option to select, don't know why I was deactivated, and then you still have to explain yourself. So I did. And within 12 hours afterward, they had already denied my appeal. So I'm really never getting my DoorDash account back. DoorDash deactivated me. DoorDash punished me for exposing my assaulter, and TikTok is currently punishing me for exposing my story time. And this is the only justice I'm getting because I also reported this to the police, and the police are doing nothing. So what? So what? You're gonna take down my videos and give me strikes and just expect me to be like, oh, I just better shut up. I just better sit here and be quiet. I just better not say anything else. I've lost my job, my only way to pay my bills and make a living. I've also gotten assaulted, and the police are doing nothing to help me. So let me just shut up. You know, the videos got taken down. Nobody has to know what happened to me. No. I'm going to keep telling my story. Like, this is the only justice I'm getting, is exposing this man and having posted that video and it has gone viral. Like, now he can live with shame and embarrassment if people have seen it and knows who he is or where he, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the one being punished. He's not getting in trouble with the police. He didn't lose his job if he has one. Like, what's going on with him? Why am I getting fired? Why are my videos getting taken down and why am I getting strikes? Like, I'm about to lose my account. I was assaulted. I'm the victim. I lost my job. I'm the victim. Right? Is this making sense to anybody?
No. I think her repeatedly getting videos taken down and then like not knowing why, having no clue, I think that says a lot about her. So first off, like, you can't post nudity on TikTok, you moron. And secondly, the man was knocked out. He was unconscious in his own home, and you filmed him and posted it online. You non-consensually recorded a naked man. No, you're the abuser. You're the creep. You are not the victim. And you deserve to be arrested. And she did. She did get arrested. Actually, the fact that TikTok did not remove her entire account the moment she posted that is alarming. People get wiped out on day one for saying things, just saying things the platform doesn't like. Meanwhile, she records an unconscious man inside of his own home, lying on his own couch with his pants down, and uploads it to millions of strangers. And the platform responds with, a strike and giving her a couple more chances. And the funny thing is, she's on here putting a full victim act while the actual victim is the man she filmed. So she's running her mouth about, we need to publicly shame this guy. That's the only justice I'm getting here. No, you're the one who needs to get shamed. And as a matter of fact, that's how it's going. So clearly it did not go how she thought it was going to go, did it? And just talk about no accountability. She is the one who walked herself into this mess. She is, at this point in time, the one facing criminal charges because of her criminal behavior on camera. I mean, at least based on what we know right now. Right? The ring footage points at her. The police statements point at her. So again, she is the creep in this situation. She's the piece of shit in this story that she tried to twist for views. Let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. Flipping the script, that makes this whole thing easier to see for what it is. Because a lot of us, even though we may not realize it, we're quite conditioned. So picture a man working for DoorDash, and he pulls up, and there's a naked woman on her couch in her house. And let's say he actually didn't open the door. which is apparently not what's going on in this story. Ring footage shows she opened the door. And let's say he recorded her, posted it online, and claimed to have been a victim of SA. There would be basically nobody on his side. But that's not true with her. And so I think it's time we address the big issue, right? No man would do something like that because he knows it's wrong. He knows what would happen if he did that. If he recorded a woman naked, unconsensually, and then posted it online, no man in his right mind would do that. Why did this 23-year-old woman think this was okay? Is she dumb? Has she been coddled? Does she believe that because she's a woman, she can do something like this? I mean, maybe it's all the above. But the biggest thing here is the audacity. The audacity to do all of that and then go online and claim that he's the one who ought to be socially shamed. So according to the police account, the 23-year-old woman, Livy Rose Henderson, opened a closed entrance door and went inside. So she went inside, and that's where she found this man, the customer, asleep on his couch with his trousers down. And then she recorded it. And so if that's true, that she went inside, is that breaking and entering? It seems like she should be facing more charges. But anyways, detectives determined he was not intentionally exposing himself, nor was there any evidence of sexual assault. So if I'm to believe the detectives and the police over her, based on the actual evidence they've gathered, she lied. Are people ready to accept that? That women lie about this stuff. They're not always telling the truth. We shouldn't always believe them. I mean, how long has this been going on? Perhaps since the beginning of time? I think so. And I think people need to accept that. And they'll say, why would a woman lie? What motive does she have? What incentive is there to lie? Why would she lie? I don't know, but she did. She lied. Perhaps social points. They feel empowered by victimhood, ironically. And I do think this is kind of the perfect moment to call out a trend that appears to be growing among women. Trying to expose, shame, and belittle men publicly for sport. You see it with these gym girls, right? Fishing for these gotcha clips of a guy glancing in their direction when they're wearing clothes that look like they were painted on. You also see it with women blasting men for trying to approach them. You see women putting their phones in their back pockets, hoping to catch men glance at their ass. You see women making false accusations, right? That fall apart. The second real facts show up like this. The T app, that's a perfect example. That entire platform is built for women to dunk on men, with basically no evidence. There's actually been several women that have run experiments and exposed how fake a lot of that stuff on that app is. So I believe there were some women who they posted men who were dead or from completely different parts of the country, and the comments from the women still came in. Women wrote things like, "Oh yeah, I've slept with him. I'm talking to him. He refused to pay for dinner. He gave off weirdo vibes." So it's just nonstop slander. And I think this behavior is spreading, at least from what I see with my eyes. The women have kind of picked up this habit of publicly humiliating men because it feeds their resentment toward men. And feminism has kind of pushed that resentment into sort of an obsession, right? They'll post screenshots of their direct messages, private conversations, anything they can use to put a man on blast. And it seems they enjoy it. They definitely get attention from it. Other women come along, hop on the train. And I think a lot of that is driving men away. I saw an article and it said that Gen Z men are now worried about interacting with women at all because they think they'll be publicly exposed or they'll be mocked. So, yeah, keep it up, ladies. You know, you're proving everything guys like me point out. We have a woman right here making what appears to be a false accusation, and we're watching the entire thing unfold in real time. And this is actually the exact case that will go into the percentage of false allegations, because there's a police report and there's evidence that proves she's wrong or she lied. And it points straight at her, actually, the evidence. And now it looks like she's going to be facing multiple felonies. So, great. And thankfully, this narcissistic human being is being held accountable, and she's actually being publicly shamed for what she did.